Great. So, yeah, we're going to start out today with a mini meditation. Should just take a few minutes, but should feel really, really beneficial and lovely. This is a healing practice called the inner smile. And might feel a little strange to kind of smile to yourself, but it's really turning your attention in, feeling your body's warmth, feeling some self-compassion. And the inner smile is, it's just soft, kind of like a quiet lift at the corners of your mouth, and you might feel a little light between your eyes. And when you do this, when you have this inner smile, it really just sends calming signals through your whole body without doing anything. Muscles relax, tension melts. Your nervous system kind of shifts into ease. So just let it be gentle and let my words kind of flow. And if anything doesn't resonate, it's fine. Just let it flow. So let's just take a moment to arrive. If you want to do a little stretching just to kind of work out any kinks, you can do that, neck, shoulders. And when you feel that's worked out, take a strong, stable position, feet flat on the floor if that's comfortable for you. Softening your eyes, closing your eyes. And just take a slow breath in and out through your nose. Feel the chair or surface you're sitting on. Feel your feet contacting the ground beneath you. And just settle into the moment. Letting thoughts of the day slip away. Letting thoughts of the future fade away, and just really being here now. And now, in whatever way works for you, tuning into that inner smile. Might think of someone or something that just makes you smile, a little kitten or puppy. And you might feel that small smile begin in your eyes and spread to your lips. Let it melt down into your face. Feeling that warmth spread down your neck and into your heart. And let's put hand over hand on our chest, over the area of your heart, and just offer your heart gratitude. It beats continuously, spreading warmth and blood to the extremities, feeling warmth and love and joy. You can imagine a soft red light glowing in your chest, just gentle, like warm embers of a fire. And then let that warm feeling spread to your lungs. You can bring your hands a little wider, smiling to your lungs. Smile inwardly with appreciation for each breath. Let your breath be very intentional as you inhale. Feel this bright white light shining through your lungs, refreshing you, letting yourself be inspired by life. And now bring your awareness to the right side of your ribs. If you want to move your hands there, you can. That's over your liver on your right side. And just smiling for all your liver does to cleanse and support you, detoxifying. As you inhale, you can imagine a soft green light there, feeling generosity and kindness emanating. And now move your hands over to the left side of your ribs. It's your digestive organs, the spleen and the stomach. Just feeling gratitude for them as they help you digest your food, digest the experiences of life. Let your breath be slow and intentional. See a gentle golden light there. Feeling grounded, centered, and calm. Now your hands can rest in your lap, facing upwards, just connecting to your lower back. Smiling into that whole region of your lower back, your kidneys, your adrenals. They live under your rib cage there. And keeping that inner smile going, feeling gratitude to your kidneys for filtering and supporting your energy. Imagine a peaceful blue light there. Feeling quiet strength, deep tranquility, really connecting with your inner wisdom and essence. And we'll just sit quietly for a moment, letting that smile, that golden light spread through your whole body. Anywhere that might need extra care or healing, can send your smile there. And breathing slowly, feeling light and ease flowing through you. And wiggling your toes a bit, getting ready to do some movement. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So lovely. I haven't done that one in a long time. It's really a nice way to kind of tune in. I was feeling a little tired, and I still feel a little tired, but I feel kind of more aligned. So we will carry this inner smile with us into our movement. So I've been sitting a lot of the afternoon, so I'm ready to stand up and encourage everybody to really check in with your own gauge. How's your energy level? How's your ankle, feet, knees, back? Do you want to stand? Do you want to sit? Everything can be done either way. You might have to get a little creative and modify. But yeah, I'm going to stand and you do what is good for you. So we'll start out warming up our joints, as we often do, good for flexibility training. So let's do our hands, our fingers. So make a fist and then spread your fingers as wide as they can go. And then make a fist and squeeze. And then spread those fingers and really see how much space you can take up with your fingers. And then one more time, slow, squeeze, and then out. And now that we've kind of warmed those, we can do some shaking. So palms down towards the ground, and then palms up towards the sky, and then out to the side. Gesundheit. And above. And shaking those those arms. So let's do some wrist circles. And it's like you're drawing a big circle. And so if you just go like this, you're not drawing as big a circle as you can. And now go the other direction. And now hands come together in front and elbows are out, and then go ahead and bring your shoulders up and bring your shoulders down. And shoulders ideally will stay down. And then from here, watch my elbows. My elbows don't move. Making big circles, going one way, and then now we'll go the other way. Smiling to your shoulders, and let's do shoulder rolls. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Drawing your shoulder blades together in the back. And other direction. So forward, down, up. And you'll notice I'm moving my spine a little bit with this. One more. So now we'll move into our spinal movement. So now I'll turn sideways so you can see. Hands just are floating here. If you are standing, your head's going to come forward and hips go back. If you're seated, your head's just going to come forward. We get about here, tuck, round, tuck your tailbone in, and then that brings you up. And now you look here, I'm almost arching my back. So I go exhale down, tuck, round, tuck the tailbone, inhale up. And let's add a healing sound. We'll add the heart healing sound. Inhale through the nose. And one more time. Great. I'm already getting warm. That means the chi is flowing. That's a good thing. So let's go side to side movement. And so if you're seated, you're going to maybe want to come forward a little bit so you have room. And then everybody imagine you're kind of standing between two panes of glass. And so your head is going to stay over your hips. And now imagine you want to tilt to one side and put something down on the floor, and then stand up and tilt and go that way. And so the head stays in line. So the goal is not to get to the floor. It's really we're opening up the sides of our body. And go gentle at first. And let's experiment with this seated or standing. Bring your feet or your knees kind of close together and do it that way, and notice how that feels. You can let your head flop over, get a stretch in the neck, and just notice what you're noticing. And now step out or have your knees wider if you're seated, and now try it. So neither one is better than the other. It's just kind of that body awareness. Where do you feel it? Keep going, letting somebody else in here. Great. All right, and now coming back, now we're going to do that same move, but we're going to do it a little faster. So you're going to come down and go back and forth, and you can kind of add your arms in if you want, and then you can do it. Once you have that, you can do it faster and faster. This one's called dog wags. It's tail, the hips going back and forth, spine articulating up. Feels kind of silly, but it feels good. Slowing down. That's a good little warm up. Good way to get a smile going. So last thing we're gonna do is do our twists. And so with this, when we do this, we really want to come from our hips and our waist. And so the image I use is a flashlight coming out of your belly button, and turn and let the flashlight light up a corner and come back to center, light up the other corner, come back to center, and go back and forth like that. So this hip is coming back and this hip is coming forward. So it's not just my neck or shoulders, it's really the hips are moving back and forth. And then once we have that, if you start getting more into a rhythm, then you'll notice that your arms start dangling. If your arms are loose. If you're seated, it's almost easier to have your arms like this, and then your elbows are moving. And now, if you want to do the extra, letting your arms activate the points on the front or for digestion, the points on the back or for longevity and vitality. And it's just really invites you, it feels like, so many of us know this move, we just kind of do it in our sleep, but actually paying attention, starting at your feet, you can feel your ankles moving in their socket, your hips moving, the fascia around your knees moving. And keeping this movement, but letting your arms just flow. This is the yin phase. And slowing down, slowing down. That's great. So let's do a few specifically for our neck and shoulder. Bring your hands up, and then it's like you're pushing down and away, and tilt this ear to the sky. Relax your jaw, and then make little circles with your with your chin, sorry. And then other direction. And then coming back to the center and shaking your arms out a minute. And again, just noticing, I can guarantee almost everybody in the room and on Zoom felt that in a different place. Whether it's the neck or going down the arms or on the other side of the neck, because we all have different bodies. So just pay attention to that. So again, we're going to do the other side. So hands come up and then push away, and then ear to the sky, and little circles. And other direction. And back to the center, and down, and just swing your arms. Do a little bit more for the neck. If you're standing, I just noticed it's one thing having the Zoom here, and I was like, oh, I locked out my legs. I have a little bit of a bounce in your legs if you're standing. So let's turn, keep again squared off, shoulders don't move, but turn and look to the side, and just notice why can't you go farther? What is restricting you? Come back to the center, other side. Notice, are the two sides equal? Does one go farther? Where's the restriction? Come back to the center. Now go to the first side and meet that restriction. And now with your eyes, try to look over your shoulder. And I gained a little bit there with the eyes. And now come back to the center. And then other side, same thing, first turn, meet the restriction, and then use the eyes to look back. It's a little tricky. And come back, great. And let's do a little chi massage, taking your left hand over the shoulder, doing some massage. Oh, you can squeeze like this. You can move your shoulder around if you like. Get the top of the shoulder, squeezing the back, the front. If you want to sit for this, good idea. Take a load off. And just really find, I'm using my fingers, and all these muscles come up and attach here, the biceps, the deltoid, the triceps, and just really quite tender. Interesting, yeah. And then come down and same thing at the, where the elbow is, a little below your elbow, just going back and forth. It's on the outer, my palm is kind of down and getting, these are the, what we call the yang channels. They're often tight. This is tennis elbow. Lateral epicondylitis is the technical term. It should feel good, but if you look around, I can guarantee you there's some tender spots there. And then go down to the wrist and do the same thing. And now turn it over and get the underside of the wrist. Looking for pressure points. You can, if you find a tender spot, hold it and then move your wrist around. This should be kind of interesting. Like, oh, I didn't know. And then up here, palm is up now, and this is in the Chinese medical literature, written thousands of years ago. It's like the underside of the arm where the hair doesn't grow, I think is what they say. And get that in the elbow crease. This is golfer's elbow, or medial epicondylitis. That is really tender. I've never golfed before, but and then let's just tap the arm, going down, going up, and just try to cover the whole arm. You can get into the armpit if you want, and just don't even have to go in a particular pattern, but just really try to wake that arm up, and feel your two arms. Mine felt really different. So, can't remember what we did. Chi massage, other side. Starting at the shoulder. We get so used to walking around with tight muscles or pain, and we might take an Advil or something to just kind of numb it. But this is really therapeutic, getting more to the root of the problem. And then coming to the top of the arm, a really good one, actually, I didn't show this on the other side, is find a point and then kind of swing. I'm pushing my fingers in, I'm pinning the tissue. If you're not getting a sensation, move your fingers a little bit. So that my elbow kind of is glued, and then I'm just using this. And find another spot, or just massaging up and down, whatever. We can all do it differently. There's no specific way to do it other than should feel good, help you feel better. And then come down to the elbow. You can use your fingers, you can use your thumb if you want. And again, if you find a tender spot, maybe move your wrist or go back and forth. And down to the wrist. And underside of the wrist, the yin side. And up to the inner elbow. And tapping, and just tap. Try to cover the whole, get into, this is a really nice one. We have a lot of lymph nodes under, and just trying to cover the whole surface area. And then just doing some swirling of your arms. I just got a nice adjustment in this arm. This is actually a good one to do. You can follow me. You're gonna mirror me. Right palm is up, left palm is down. And now we're gonna switch and then look at the open palm, and you can kind of reach a little bit with that. And then switch, look at the open palm and reach out, and slowly back and forth. So it's like you're twisting. I don't know if you can hear my shoulder, but I'm getting some good noises up here. And one more to each side. Wonderful. So let's go up, hands come together, go behind the head, come down, across the neck, meet again, go down through the heart and out. So up, together, come down, and out. And one more time. Great. Let's do a little bit for our knees. You can do this seated or standing. We're just going to do some gentle massage, starting on the outside of the legs, coming down below the knees, coming in, and then coming up. So it's down the outside, up the inside. So this is the way the energy naturally runs. Down the yang channels, up the yin channels. And one more time. Great. And then we'll do our ankles. And you can do this seated or standing. If you are seated, just push the gas away and then pull it up. And if you're standing, we're just gonna stand and stand. We're just stretching the ankles, stretching the feet. I realize you can't see me on the computer as I fall over here. We just want to mobilize the ankles, the calves, bottom of the feet, whatever feels good, and then a few circles. You can do it, if you want to work on your balance, you can do it standing. Otherwise, you can plant it as a kickstand and then go the other way. And other side. And other direction. Great. All right. So just kind of check in with yourself. We did a full body warm up. And just how are you feeling? You wanting to keep standing? Are you wanting to sit? We'll move into some flowing movements now. So we'll start with one that's called opening the flow. And so for a lot of the beginning movements, there's no particular breathing pattern, or we're breathing in and out through the mouth. Or usually for these flowing movements, we move more into the restorative portion. So if it's available to you, in through your nose, out through your nose. And if my movement is too slow or too fast for you, you can go at your own pace. So hands are in front of you here, and then we're just gonna watch my hands. My hands, there's no tension in my hands. We can, if we were in an exercise class, we'd be like a robot. Arms would be locked out and straight, but we're in Qigong, so arms float up just about to shoulder height, and then palms come forward and then float down. And we inhale up and exhale down. And I invite you just to really tune into the sensation in your hands, the palms of your hands, the back of your hands. If you're standing, you can stand up a little taller and then bend your knees a little bit and sink. And now we're going to add in the 6 directions. So on the next one up, we come up and we go back to our hearts, and then we go forward and we come back to our center. And now I'm going to go either side, back to the center, float those hands down like they're on a cloud. So we go up and back, forward, back. Now we're going to go to the sides, back to the center, and then down. So we time it with our breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Above and below, in front and behind, on either side. Just one more time. Back to the center and down. So beautiful seeing everybody do that together. So we'll move into our 5 element flows. We'll start out with the metal flow, which is connected with our lungs. If you're a visual person, the color is a kind of a pearly, luminescent white color, and you can breathe that into your lungs. So hands are going to start out at the level of your lungs, facing down. Again, not a lot of tension in my fingers or my wrists. And then we're going to inhale, filling the lungs. When we get out here, palms go up, index finger and thumb connect, and then we exhale through the nose. Inhaling, expanding, drawing in inspiration. Exhaling, sinking the chest, releasing, letting go. elbows relaxed. Let's do one more like this. Hands on the cloud, coming down. So every element is connected with the season. We are in the autumn right now, which is the metal element. And so we'll do an extra flow. This is classically called Buddha holds up the earth. So your hands are going to be here, slightly facing in. Hands come up, and then when they reach the level of your lungs, they're going to turn and push up, and then let's exhale out and around. But I just want to say something for a minute with this. When we're opening the flow and we're going in the 6 directions, you can imagine after you kind of release any stress or get into the moment that you're really creating a bubble of protection around you. You're taking up as much space as you can. So with this one, we're kind of enforcing the boundaries of that bubble. We're reinforcing that. In Chinese medicine, our immune system, they didn't call it the immune system 3,000 years ago, pre-anatomy. It was called your shield. It was like a jade shield or golden shield. And so that can be physically, like we're all exposed to viruses, and some people get sick and some people don't. We're all exposed to other people's emotions or and some people get really affected by it and others can stay calm and cool. The stronger our shield is around us, then we can be grounded and centered and witness, but not so much affected by it. So that's kind of how I think of this. So inhaling up, pulling up the earth energy, filling your system, and now creating that protective shield around. So in through the nose, out through the nose. Long, slow inhale, slight pause, and then gentle exhale through the nose. And let this bubble come all the way down into the earth beneath your feet. You really anchor it down a couple feet beneath your feet. Do it a few more times. Wonderful. So we'll move into our wood element. Tree sways in the wind. It's kind of a similar one that we just did, but we're going to do it. We're going to go back to that turning from the hips and the waist. So we're going to turn to one side. Your palms are going to face each other. You're going to inhale up. When you get to the top here, fingers are pointing down at the crown. Turn back to the center and then go around. Turn to the other side. Roots going down into the earth as you're drawing up that earth energy. In through the nose, out through the nose. If you like visualizing a color, you could use an emerald green, very vibrant, infusing your tendons, your ligaments. Really feeling the sides of your body. tune into that inner smile we started with. Feeling the deliciousness of moving. One more here. Shaking your arms out, shaking your legs out. We're going to do a little standing posture now. This is called embracing a tree. So seated or standing, you want a strong foundation, so feet are wide. You can simply stand like this with your arms kind of dangling at your side. The classical description is that you have a pheasant's egg, I think it is, under your armpit. Isn't that funny? So you don't want to crush it. But the full pose, if your shoulders and arms are up for it, are that you're embracing a tree. But if your arms or shoulders get tired, just let them come down. If you're seated, they can just be palms down facing the earth. So if you're standing, slight bend, pelvis is just neutral, arms coming a little lower. This is where our rib, the bottom of our ribs there, palms facing towards you. Soften your eyes, close your eyes. Really feel the weight of your body, gravity pulling you down. Contemplate the virtues of a tree, strong and resilient, silent, generous with their shade, giving us oxygen. Whatever comes to mind. And then realize those virtues are in you, rooted, upright. And hands on a cloud, coming down. Move your shoulders if you need, if you're getting tired. So we move to the fire element. That is the sun in the sky, the fire in our inner vitality. And so for the fire element, we're going to do the same one that we did last week, which is kind of balancing the fire and the water. And so let's just start by imagining your hands floating over a lake. This is all about transformation. Water can turn into steam, can be a cloud, can be rain. And just tune into the sensation of your palms, connecting with this flowing water. Now, when we're all over here, steam is going to rise off the lake, heated by the sun. The palms are facing each other. Sun is in the sky, and then the rain comes down. So we go across the water, transforms to steam from the heat. Rain releases, returns to the source. And really tune into the feeling in your palms. Life is always changing. One more in this direction as the rain comes down. then return to the lake, tuning into the water, seeing the sparkles of the sun, reflecting. And now we're going to go the opposite. So we'll come over to this side. The steam rises from the lake, turns into a cloud, comes down slowly as rain. Just that always flowing transformation. Inhaling, slight pause, exhaling. One more full cycle. Down, coming back to the lake. And just turning your palms towards each other and imagining you have a sparkling gold ball of chi. You can bring your fingers a little closer together and a little farther apart, and just notice where you get any sensation. And then taking that healing chi up over your head, and then letting it come down and fusing your body. Do that 2 more times. Anywhere that needs healing, body, mind, or spirit. And again, just stirring that in, whatever wants to move. And we'll end with our earth element. This is our digestion here. And so let's start with your right hand under your belly button. This other hand is going to come up and around, and then now you're holding a big chi ball. You're going to condense it down, and then your fingers kind of meet together and touch your palm, and now you're going to expand the chi ball up here, and now we do the swish. We do 1, 2, 3. Now we do it again, condensing, 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 touch your palm, and now expand, gold light. And we rotate, strengthening that protective bubble. 1 more to each side. And last one. Hand comes down. And just rub your tummy. So let's end with a seated or standing meditation. If you're more comfortable standing, you can do that. Otherwise, we'll end as we began in a seated position. I will mind the time, and we'll just have 3 minutes of silence If your mind wanders, come back to your breath. Just really savor this energy that's flowing. Tune back into the golden smile, the inner smile. Keeping your attention inward, I invite you to just gently crack your eyes open. Not a full open, but just eyes downcast. Just letting a little light in. And just experience this feeling of eyes open, but deeply rooted in yourself. Quiet. Letting your breath be slow and intentional. And we'll start to transition to the end of class, just taking this beautiful, vibrant energy we've each tapped into, creating a group field, and just sending this outward to anyone that would benefit, someone specific, a neighbor, a friend. Could be yourself, could be someone you don't know that's suffering somewhere on the earth. And we'll end class with dedicating the merit of our practice. You can let your eyes become more open, moving your feet a little bit, butterflying your knees, keeping this quiet center within. If you care to join me, the words I use: may the merit of this practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of this practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful to be together.